Hey, what is up heroes, and welcome back to another Pokemon news and information video. We have so much Sun and Moon news to cover today. The hype is real. Let's get into the news. So first up, we have the official names of the legendary Pokemon. We have Lunala and Solgaleo. We've known this for quite some time now, considering the trademarks were kind of out there for a long time. But now we have official confirmation. Not only that, we also got the names of their signature moves, their types, and their abilities. So firstly, Lunala. Lunala's typing is going to be Psychic and Ghost, which is very surprising. I thought it might be like Psychic and maybe Fairy, or Psychic and Dark, or Psychic and Flying. I thought it might be Psychic something, but Psychic and Ghost is a pretty good combination. I'm really happy with that. Its ability is Shadow Shield, which it says Lunala's ability is Shadow Shield, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. With the Shadow Shield ability, a Pokemon will take less damage from an attack that lands when the Pokemon has full HP. So it's essentially multi-scale. We don't know if it's better or worse than multi-scale, but I'm going to assume it's going to be better because, you know, it's a legendary Pokemon. But it could be worse, we don't know, but, I mean, multi-scale is a pretty amazing ability anyway, and Lunala having that, I'm actually really happy about. And its signature move is actually called Moongeist Beam, which is a very awesome sounding move in my opinion. So altogether, I'm very happy with Lunala. I really like the design of Lunala, and I'm probably going to be Team Moon, I think, from all this information we got, because Psychic and Ghost I am really happy with. Next, Solgaleo. So Solgaleo is actually Psychic and Steel type. Now this was a big shocker because I think everyone thought it was going to at least be part Fire type, considering, you know, it's the Sun legendary, but it's Psychic and Steel, which again I am really happy with, and it's got the ability Full Metal Body, which is essentially Clear Body. It says, with the Full Metal Body ability, a Pokemon's stats will not be lowered by the effects of an opponent's moves or ability. So in the trailer we saw a Salamence try and intimidate Solgaleo, but it had no effect. I'm assuming this is going to be better than Clear Body, because from the sound of it, it might stop like Burn from actually cutting your HP in half, which would be absolutely great, making Solgaleo pretty OP in my opinion. Also, Solgaleo's signature move is called Sun Steel Strike, and it looks so powerful. It is such an awesome sounding name. Sounds so powerful. And also, I just want to mention, the Japanese name for Sun Steel Strike is Meteor Drive, and that just sounds so cool. Next up, we got the full view of the Alola region, and it looks absolutely massive. Now, I can't really say too much about this region because, honestly, you can't really tell much. You can see some locations, like the biggest island on the bottom right, you can see like a snowy mountain. There's a few things you can kind of make out here and there, but altogether, you can't really find a proper detailed location. Maybe if you zoom in really far on the map, you can find a few things out, but honestly, the map looks absolutely massive. From what I gather, you can't surf to each island because it looks like some rocks are blocking the islands off, and there's a boat in the middle, so you're gonna have to take a boat to each island, it seems, which I think we all kind of thought. But now, onto the important people of the Alola region. So we're gonna start off with the heroes of the game. We got the boy and girl on the screen, like full art pictures of them looking really nice. One thing to note is on their wrists they have a I want to say it's a mega bracelet, but the problem is it's got the kind of like stone we've seen in the Japanese logo, which people have assumed it would be the like Synergy Stone, the Burst Stone, or whatever it could be. We have no idea what it is right now, like official confirmation, but that is one thing to note. The characters do have it on their wrist, which is very interesting indeed. That's the only thing I can really tell about the heroes, to be honest. Got that little stone. I can't really see the girl's wrist, to be honest, in the picture here, but the boy's definitely got the Yellowstone, and from the picture it looks like the girl might have the blue stone on her wrist. Just wanted to point that out. On to the next character, we have Professor Kookwai. I have no idea how to pronounce this professor's name, but Professor Kookwai is the Alola region's dependable Pokemon professor. I said this ages ago, that he was the professor. A lot of people told me it was Hala, and I didn't believe it, because he's wearing the lab coat and all the evidence I said before, like he introduced you to the region, he's on the promotional video, he's got to be the professor, and he was, which is pretty nice. But he lives near your home and looks out for you. He's passionate about his research into Pokemon moves, and has sometimes taken direct hits from Pokemon when there was something to be learned from it. Sporting a white lab coat slung casually over his bare torso, he shows off his unique style. So this guy just showing off a little bit, but he is the Pokemon professor of moves, which is pretty awesome. Next, onto this new character we got introduced today in this in the trailer, Lily. She's a mysterious girl who assists the professor. This young girl is about the same age as your character, and she's working as Professor Kookwai's assistant for personal reasons. She's not fond of making Pokemon fight in battles, but she loves reading and has devoured many books. Lily will play an important role in the story of Pokemon Sun and Moon. So we don't know too much about her, but in the picture we get here, she looks very angry, but in the trailer she looks very shy. So I'm going to get mixed signals here. And lastly, we have your friend, who I am not even going to try and pronounce right now because I have no idea how to say that, but he is a Pokemon loving young boy with a big appetite. He's the same age as your character. When you move to the Aloha region, he makes friends with you right away. He's a real weakness for, I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, malasada. This is a Portuguese confection made of egg-sized balls of yeasto that are deep fried in oil and coated with sugar. These were brought over to Hawaii, and he just loves these things. It's a famous treat in the Alola region in the game, and he's always in search for malasada shops. He's a big-hearted boy who really loves Pokemon. So, I mean, this guy sounds pretty cool. I like him already. So that's all the character information we got. We have no idea who Hala is still. I want to assume it's going to be your friend's dad or maybe granddad or something like that. That's what I'm going to assume. Next up, we have a new feature coming to Pokemon Sun and Moon, which is using the QR scanner. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, there is a QR scanner function that allows you to see information about Pokemon when you scan QR code patterns. With the QR scanner, you can scan in a QR code and check the information about the Pokemon that corresponds to that QR code. There are QR code patterns in various places all around you, so try scanning them. So in all honesty, I'm a little bit confused on how this is going to work. I know once you capture a Pokemon in Sun and Moon, you then can get its QR code, which you can share with a friend. So if I capture a Pikachu, for example, I can get the QR code for that, give it to my friend, he can scan it, and then he can know where to capture a Pikachu in his game, which is a pretty cool function. But the fact they say you can scan codes all around you, and in the picture here, you got a Medicham coming from like a spray can, you got a Dunsparce coming from like a leaflet. It's got me assuming, is any QR code going to work and give you a potential Pokemon? Like maybe a certain QR code combination will give you this Pokemon. I'm just thinking back to, I believe it was a Digimon Digivice. I used to have like a real life one years ago. It had like a barcode scanner. You can scan any barcode and you'll get like a certain like a Digimon or like a item or something in the game. I'm thinking, could it potentially be something like that? Or is it going to be like only on official Pokemon merchandise? You get a QR code with like, I don't know, a Pokemon plushie, you scan that and then you get the Pokemon in the game. Is it going to be like that, or is it any QR code? I'm a little bit confused because they haven't really given out too much information on this. Just know that we will be getting QR codes that we can scan and find in the game, which is a really neat feature in all honesty. I'm kind of happy with that. I'm not sure if like you can share your QR codes across globally. Like if I have a friend, if I register one of you guys from like the US and, you know, can I send you that QR code, or does it have to be in real life? It's one thing I kind of want to know right now, but it's a pretty cool feature, and you know, if they add more features, I'm happy with it, to be honest. So last bit of information, which I think everyone is freaking out about, is the Rotom Pokedex. Yep, you heard that right. In Sun and Moon, your Pokedex will have a Rotom inside it. The Rotom Pokedex is your ally on your journey. The Pokedex is a convenient tool that records information about the Pokemon you see and catch during your adventure. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, your character receives a special Pokedex from Professor Kook, or whatever his name is, to support you in your travels. It's known as the Rotom Pokedex, and it's inhabited by Rotom, a Pokemon with the power to reside in various electronic appliances. It does much more than record Pokemon information. It sparkles with its own personality. The Rotom Pokedex shows your current location and your next destination, and it also gives you advice on where to go next based on the conversations you have with others. It's likely to be great help to you in many parts of your adventure. So this Rotom Pokedex looks absolutely insane. So not only is it going to help us out if we get a bit lost, tell us where to go, you can actually set it so you get the map on the screen as well, so you can just follow a path and know exactly where to go. It looks absolutely cool. You can't use it in battle. It's going to be used like, you know, just a typical Pokedex, but just with some more extra features, which is really nice. It says the Rotom Pokedex is an extremely rare device. There are only a few trainers that have one, even in the Alola region. So that's pretty awesome. So that is all the Pokemon Sun and Moon news we got today. So much information to cover. One thing I want to let you guys know is that we're going to get some more Pokemon Sun and Moon news very, very soon. And that is going to be at the Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 on June 14th. So look out for that. This will feature some new information and developer stories. Also want to mention Pokemon Go will have a Q&A on June 15th. And lastly, on June 16th, we are going to get a Pokemon special. No idea what that is, but E3 2016, June 16th, we're going to get a Pokemon special. Maybe like a giant new trailer for Pokemon Sun and Moon. So much information to be had at E3 for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Super hyped. Hopefully you guys are excited and you found all this information helpful. If you did, slap a like on this video. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Peace. Also, before I go, I forgot to mention, Koru is leaking very soon. So they apparently said they're going to have exclusive information there. So even more information. Oh my god, this month is just full of Sun and Moon news. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace.